everyone, and welcome back to the Super Shed for some more stories. I'm glad that you could join me. I hope you're all staying safe and taking good care of your families. And have you been remembering to wash your hands? You have? Oh, that's good. Now, our story today is a special request for Sophia and her brother James. I wonder, what story could it be? Dun, dun, dun. Our story request today for Sophia and James is MOG and the Vet. One day, MOG was trying to catch a butterfly. She jumped high in the air. She jumped and jumped. Suddenly, something happened to her paw. It was very sore. She smelled it. It was still sore. Then she licked it, but it was still sore. She tried to walk on it, but it was very, very sore. MOG thought, I've got 3 other paws. I'll just walk on them instead. What's the matter with MOG? Said Nicky. Debbie said, I think she's got a sore paw. Poor MOG, said Thomas. Let me see. But MOG wouldn't let anybody see her paw. It was too sore. Oh dear, said Mrs. Thomas. If it's no better tomorrow, she'll have to go to the vet-a-tee. She said vet-a-tee instead of vet, so that MOG wouldn't understand. MOG hated going to the vet, but Mrs. Thomas thought she probably couldn't spell. That evening, MOG didn't want to eat her supper because her paw was too sore. It was so sore that she couldn't sleep. In the morning, she didn't eat her breakfast. She just lay on the floor, feeling sad. Suddenly, she was not on the floor anymore. Mrs. Thomas had picked her up. MOG thought, what's happening? It's rude to just pick me up without asking first. Then she was in a basket, but it wasn't her proper basket. It was a nasty basket that shut her in. MOG didn't like that basket. She meowed a big meow. Debbie said, It's all right, MOG. We're taking you to have your paw made better. But MOG just wanted to get it out of the basket. Then they were in the car. It made a big noise, and all the houses and trees and people rushed by. MOG knew she was not right. She meowed and meowed. At last, the houses stopped rushing past, and suddenly MOG was in a room. It was a room full of all other animals. MOG thought, I knew it. This is the place I hate. And she meowed more than ever. The other animals were sitting quietly with their people. They were surprised to hear MOG make so much noise. It's all right, MOG, said Debbie. It's all right, MOG, said Nicky. It's all right, Puss, said the nurse. But MOG wouldn't stop meowing. After a while, the other animals thought perhaps MOG knew something that they didn't, and the dogs began to bark. The parrot began to squawk. Even the hamster said, eek, eek. They made so much noise that the vet came to see what was happening. "Oh, it's Mog," said the vet. "I thought it might be. Perhaps I better see her first." Mog suddenly thought she liked the shut-in basket after all. The vet tried to look at her, but it was very difficult. "Perhaps this way will be easier," said the vet. "There," said the vet at last. "Now, let's have a look at that paw." He did something very quickly, and then he said, "All done." She had a nasty thorn in her paw, and look, here it is. "Now, I'll just give her a little pill and—" "Ow!" said the vet. "Oh, Mog," said Debbie. "I'm so sorry," said Mrs. Thomas. "Watch out for that cat," shouted the vet. "Quick, catch it," shouted the nurse. "I'll catch it." A big dog. "I'll catch it too," thought a little dog. "But I'll catch it first," thought a third dog. "Heel, sit, stay, come back," shouted the dog's people. But the dogs took no notice. "They're all going wild," shouted the nurse. "The hamster got mixed up in the wild rush. The vet got mixed up in it too." "Stop! We can't have animals going wild," said the vet. The dog's people all shouted, "Heel, sit, stay, and come back." Again, and after a while, the dogs stopped. "Come on, Mog," said Nicky. "You're a very silly cat." "Back in your basket," said Debbie. "Goodbye," said the vet. "I think she'll be all better in the morning after a good night's sleep." After that night, Mog did have a good night's sleep. But the vet did not have a good sleep. The vet had a dream. It was a dream about wild animals. Mog had a dream too, but it was a lovely dream. Mog dreamt that she was a butterfly. And in the morning, her paw was no longer sore. It was not sore when she licked it. It was not sore when she walked on it. It was not sore when she jumped up high. She was better. She was all better. She was totally, completely better. And the vet was almost better too. And that's the end of our story request today for Sophia and her brother James. I hope you remember, send in all your pictures of your drawings and your models to supershedstories@gmail.com. More stories soon. Bye.